I've got several of the coaches on the Zoom call and say, let's talk about our biggest nemesis or detractors or cancers. We just talked about it. And ironically, everybody's dealing with the same foolishness, but people just don't talk about it. This is the problem. I could say stuff. Coach George could say stuff. Coach Hugh Jackson could say stuff. But some guys that don't have that, can't elaborate and talk about the dysfunction that they're dealing with because they're subject to be fired. When we do it, you may not like it, but I'm not lying.
You ain't lying.
So if I'm saying, how we gonna be on TV, you don't even sell out a darn home game. So who gonna want to film an empty stadium? They may not like it, but I ain't lying.
You ain't lying.
How can we have 60,000 people in a darn stadium? You talking about we sold out, and I checked the receipts and we done sold 28,000 tickets. Now y'all better find out who's stealing because that affects my pocket. You may not like it, but I ain't lying.
You ain't lying.
So it's a lot of stuff like that, and it's more that goes on that we got to address. And I just have the audacity to address it because it's for the kids.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I am Jay from Jay's Life Out Loud, getting ready to go to bed. So I'm sitting here and something has been on my mind. And the thing that's been on my mind is I've been seeing a lot of different black men coming on the news for different things that they said. And it just didn't start. It's always been going on like this. A black man says something, and here we go with cancel culture. You can't say nothing about gay people. You can't say nothing about Jews. You can't say nothing about white people. You can't say nothing about nobody. But anybody and their grandmama can say anything they want to about black people. So on one side, you got the gay community that's banning people for what they say. Then I thought to myself, I know there are all races in the gay community, but I also know that there is racism in the gay community. Everything that takes place in everyday society is within every community. So you telling me that a gay person or a white person or a Jewish person or whoever can say whatever they want about black people, and they're protected by freedom of speech. Nobody tries to go and take everything that they have. And for years, we've known of different racist people that are millionaires, billionaires, powerful people of other colors that say what they want to say. Then you have the other side of the coin. And I said that about the racism because how do you know that some people are not trying to cancel people just because they say something about that race or how they choose to live their life? And they use this as a perfect example or a perfect way to take out their racism against another person. Now, I'm not saying that's all cases, but I'm saying it could be. So then we look at what's been going on in the news lately. So what's been going on in the news lately is you get a lot of black people going against each other. Kanye said what he said about Jewish people. And I watched the full interview on Drink Champs. And I didn't find sometimes Kanye can go off, but if you listen to the man, he's very intelligent. I believe he is a first of all, we all as I heard TD Jake say one time, he said, stop thinking your crazy is better than somebody else's crazy. Because we all crazy at some level. Some of us may talk to ourselves and we just don't answer back. Some of us may talk, answer back, and have a full discussion. You may see 6 or 7 people, or be talking to 6 or 7 people. So it's different levels of crazy. So we can say that something is wrong with Kanye and this and that. But another way of dismissing people is calling them crazy. So if I call you crazy, you take the normal American way of listening to somebody else instead of drawing your own opinion, you'll dismiss anything that they say as foolishness. But Kanye ain't no fool. Believe that. And I watched the interview and he said a lot of true things about who's in control, who signs people to 360 deals, and who signs people to deals that they can't understand. Then you have Kyrie. So Kanye tried to take all his deals away. Kyrie. Nike dropped him. They wanted him to get on his knees and grovel and this and that. He's not a fool. He's a stand-up guy. So I can understand if people hate a race, if people hate black people, whatever the race you may be, and they feel like that we should shut up and take whatever is given to us. And when you speak out of turn, and LeBron knows better than anyone what they'll say to you when you speak out of turn. As the newscaster told him, shut up and play ball. But the sad part of all of this is when you have other black men that take their position of radio hosts, talk show hosts, podcast hosts, Instagram, any social media, and you decide to go on here and bash another black man and still try to keep your black card. You go over here and try to bash a black man when he has not stepped out of the black parameter or rules of a black man. And, you know, we all know as black people how the rules go and the different things there are. If you don't understand, I can break them down. But so what I'm saying is that we have a lot of coons out here. A lot of paid coons where money is more important than they people. And they all over the place. And they'll get on these shows. They came out during COVID and they try to push people to do things they didn't want to. Y'all saw that with Kyrie. He didn't want to get the jab and they went after him. And these is black men going after another black man over a choice of a jab that he chose. So now you could either get cancel culture by another race which I don't believe that black people should no one outside the black race should be able to tell black people who to ban, period. So now you have black men that are getting paid to come on these shows or on their show to say certain things. And I mean, we always going to have people that are on platforms like this, like I'm doing right now, giving my opinion, that will come on here and talk crazy and this and that or whatever. But the latest thing that I've seen that's making me do this video is the latest backlash against Deion Sanders. So Deion decided that it was time for him to leave and go to a different school. And they said, I heard one guy said, well, he was on the interview and he said that the Lord sent him and to Jackson to do this and do that and show people that going to black colleges was the thing to do and that's the way to go, and that he was basically going back on his promise. So today I went and up search of different videos that he did and different interviews, and I mean they all over the place. Y'all can go check them out. And I started to go ahead and copy the interviews, cut them, paste them, all that. It took me all night. So I decided not to do it, but I can tell you, and you can go look him up. He did one interview, and he talked about when he got to the school, how he started seeing that this college was run down. Not only run down, but his words were, how can a high school look better than a college? He said, that makes no sense. He said, how can high school kids be eating better than college kids? He said, so he went and cracked open the books. He wanted to see what was what. And he said he called all the presidents from, I'm assuming from the schools, I believe he said, or over the school, different head boards or whatever. He wanted them to open the books. He saw, and he said he called the presidents of the companies, that's what he said, that supplied it. And he wanted the staff from the school that dealt with that money as far as the food for the kids, and he wanted to sit down with the companies that supplied it. And he had to find out who was the thief, who was the problem. Once he found out there was a problem, once they sat down, they found out that the problem was somebody was stealing money. So, watched another video after that, and he talked about how the school, he promised the school that he would get them on TV and this and that or whatever. He said, well, how can I get you on, excuse me, y'all. How can I get you on TV if the stadium's not, the stands are not full? If it's not full, what do I look like showing empty stadium? That turned around. He said, they telling him that, we had a packed game today. But when they would go over the gate sales, the gate sales didn't show the numbers. So if you telling me is 10,000 people, and we're going to keep it simple. If you got 10,000 people that showed up for a game, 5,000 people showed up for a game, and it was $1 per person, and you go and you only find $2,500, but you say 5,000 people came. Once again, he had to find out who was stealing this money. So I got the gist of what was going on. If I'm a coach and I'm here to coach your football team, but I promise to make your school better, now I find myself being a coach, an accountant, a lawyer, a spokesperson, your mascot, your advertisement team, your counselor, your agent, your auditor, and probably 23 other jobs that I ain't even named. That's a lot of work for a football coach. Y'all let me know what football coach doing all that and only getting one check. Change your school around. And from the videos I've watched, he reached out to some of the most famous people to get money to help these kids out. Football players, buddies of his, he got them on Sports Illustrated. All these things, he's using all his connects to bring this school to where it should be, to show black children that black colleges are where it's at. Now, mind you, I had just watched earlier in the week where a black college was basically in front of a board trying to explain why their enrollment had went up. And they it was a bunch of white people asking these three black people that was up there from the school, how are y'all getting all these kids to go to these schools and they not going to our schools no more? And they were basically upset, which is crazy because most times you hear black children that go to these predominantly white schools about racism and how they are not treated the same as the white students. But they're not listened to and they're ignored. So then when they decide to go to a black college, now you want to know, where y'all going? We didn't tell y'all can go over there. You're supposed to stay over here and be treated how we gonna treat you and enjoy it. And how dare you decide to start going to black colleges? But after all of this, now mind you, I definitely have wanted to put this clip in, and maybe I will at the end. I've been following Deion Sanders for a couple of years now on Instagram, way before he got this position. And I watched the way this man loves on his children. I watched the way this man, even as his daughter is basically an adult, sits on his lap. They talk, they laugh, they crack jokes on each other. I watch him with his sons, embracing his sons. He loves his kids. I mean, this man loves his children. And I can see the love. I'm a father. I'm a father of 3. And I'm a stepfather of 4. So I know what the look is. I know what that feeling is. His sons, he joked with them. He laughed with them. They crack jokes on him. He supports them in their ventures. He makes sure that you see them just as much as you see him. he coached his son until it was time for him to leave. And I'm thinking to myself, that had to be a hard decision. But then when you think about it, as a father, not just a coach, but as a father and a coach, you think about how it's a father or a parent is what that is. And it is what it is. And that love for a child will make you do things that you don't even want to do, but you do it out of love for your children. But on the coach side, you have to think about, if I'm doing all this and I'm not doing it for the money because I'm putting more money in than I'm getting out. And then on top of that, not only that, I'm already rich and famous. I've already had all these accomplishments. One of the greatest football players of all time, Deion Sanders. Come on, man. Prime time. Must be the money. 2-3 sports. And wasn't taking no time off. But black people are mad. Some. And they want to try to drag him and this and that. So now we have become our own. And I know this has always been going on. But we are becoming our own worst enemy. We are now becoming our own oppressors. We are now taking on the role of what white people have been doing to us forever. We really have to look at the reverse psychology of how black men look at other black men, how we will publicly drag them. And it's sad. There is a man right now that is not taking care of his children, but he's having a conversation about a man that does everything he can for his children. He went out and did everything he could for children, boys and girls, that he has no responsibility for legally. But as a black man, he is responsible for his village. And he did that. What else can a man do? Especially if I'm taking care of more than just sports. I'm taking care of the whole school. I'm putting the whole school on my back. And I changed it around. He did what Joe Clark did on Lean On Me. So the video said I was going to add at the end was a video of him in the auditorium. I guess it's the football auditorium where they had their meetings at and go over plays. And it's probably about 50 to 80 people, children and staff. And they're saying how they feel about Deion Sanders. And they're telling him what he means to them. And I'm going to put this video, I'm going to put it in there because I want anybody that's watching this video and you talking bad on this man, I want you to see the looks on the looks on the kids' faces when they're talking. And they're pouring out their heart on what this man did for them. And from the way that I'm getting it, most of the children that are speaking are ones that he pulled from out of bad behaviors, bad practices that was hanging on by a thread. And even if in the midst of them thanking him for what he did for them, he was giving the credit to other people. Like, look, it wasn't me saw the light in you. It was such and such saw your light in you. And so if he said it, I roll with it, and we move forward. And for those of you that are talking, I hope you don't live in a glass house. Because I pray that the same thing that you are doing and others, from LeBron James on up and on down, I hope you don't stay in a glass house. Because when it's your turn, your house better be made out of bricks. A man sacrificing his time, because Deion ain't getting no younger. He ain't about to go back in the league. So a man that sacrifices time, a black man, for the good of his people, decides he wants to move on. Not to mention, when he was being at the school, I think it was like the first year he was there or something. And no, it was the season before last? I remember him putting on Instagram, they went out, played the game, came back. Somebody had stole his jewelry, his phone, his watch. Come on, man. What else can you give? I'm going to put the video at the end. Black men, we got to do better. And you coons out there, you should be ashamed. And it ain't so bad for y'all that's out there cooning and don't nobody know you. But for the coons that's in the spotlight, and you going and whatever Mouser stay, you stepping and fetching for Mouser. Mouser want you to go up there and talk about that other black man and tell him, get back in line. You are every black character in any movie that was cooning for the master. I saw you in Django. I saw you in on what's that cartoon with Uncle Ruckus? I saw you. You remember in the movie Life with Jamie Foxx and Eddie Murphy, there was a black man that worked the shotgun. He kept telling them, Bernie Mac ain't no pitch and woo. I saw you in that movie. But let that man live his life. Let Kyrie live his life. I believe there is going to be a turn where black people are going to start sticking together and not going for this cancel culture. And the biggest fight that we're going to have is not with the white man or with the gay community doing the cancel culture, but it will be with the black man, the coons, that believe that they cannot go on without having somebody of another race put money in their pocket, calling the shots, taking something from them will leave you always under their control. Because when you don't do what they tell you to do, or you say what's on your mind, they're going to snatch the rug right from under you. It's been proven time and time again. But if you build your own, they can't do it. And in this country we live in, the US of A, it will always be this way. I'm going to put that clip at the end. I don't think I'm going to edit it. I'm just going to throw it up in there. I've been on here 29 minutes and 36 seconds. I'm going to get off y'all. Peace.
I swear that's about the worst team you could ever think of. In 4 years, we won 12 games. And when you came here, you brought out the lead, you brought my boys, man, you brought everything here. And I really got to feel what it is to be like on the winning team and like really some championship. I ain't gonna cut some championship stuff, you feel me? And I appreciate you. I just appreciate everything you done. Like,
well, I appreciate the way you go about practicing work, E. That's why we got to get you. We got to get E a ball in the next game. I don't care if it's a quick screen or something. Get him something. TC, get him something, all right? Just for the fact, I just want to see him get up and just cuss somebody out like he do in practice. I love you, though, E. You know that. Yes, ma'am.
Well, the training staff, I just want to say we're going to miss you. We're going to love you. We love you. And we appreciate everything you did for us. And before you leave, I would like a rematch of ping pong again.
I just beat the brakes up.
Just the one time. I got scored last.
And I can't apologize for yelling at y'all after the game for throwing water like y'all making it rain everywhere. They was just squirting the ball. I said, all y'all, get out. Who else we got? Trevor stripping at midnight tonight, too, by the way. Down the street, baby dog. Bucky do?
Nah, no. Hey, you're funny.
You got CC York, you good? Yes, sir. Come on.
Y'all know I've been here for a while. I've been here for a while. But I really appreciate like the opportunity. You came in and you really changed everything. And you told us what your plan was when you got here. You said you was gonna weed out all the bad ones. And I know I came in with some bad ones. And I appreciate every opportunity you gave me. I done got hurt, all type of stuff ineligible, and you kept me around. I don't know why.
Well, Shiloh vouched for you first. Shiloh said, this is a good dude. Then he got on my nerves. Then they put y'all in limbo. But I'm proud of you, man. And you made it the whole year this year, so you get a ring this year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll make sure he gets his ring this year. He was looking for his ring, and he forgot he quit on us at the end last year. But we love you. We love you. Who else? Yes, sir.
Coach, I just want you to know, when I first got here, when you talked to me when I was getting recruited, you was telling me what your plan was, and you wanted to come back and do it again, 13-0. And you wanted to make history, Coach. And from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to come here and help make history. And we're not done yet.
We ain't done yet. Y'all line block your butt off tonight. Did we give up a sack tonight? We won? That probably was on the quarterback. He ran around like Lamar as usual. I got something. Yes, sir.
I just want to say, just like a lot of us that came in from I just want to say, like a lot of us that came in from the portal, we were betting on ourselves, trying to find a better way. And you showed us not just to dominate in the game, but dominate in life. And I appreciate you for all that.
Well, Mr. Hampton, we appreciate you, my man. Way to fight back. Your man vouches for you. You got a tough coach that don't play by his tight ends, man. He loves his tight ends to life, boy. He will fight for one. Already. And try to get the ball on every play. You got to run DJ tires off. DJ ain't got much left in it, man. DJ ain't no more thread in them things, man. Oh, I do not feel like getting on this plane. Yes.
I appreciate the opportunity to be here. Just coming from where I came from. And I'm just grateful to be here, and I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. That whole crazy road y'all got, brother. That connect.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna be quiet at first. I want to thank y'all for taking me. I know how you can keep the inhale though. Yeah. You know? And then y'all just holding me accountable to all my nonsense. I don't know why I be having so much nonsense going on.
You mean that video that we showed you?
Yeah, all that. You know, all that, right? Y'all just kept on holding me accountable.
We love you through it all, though. We love you through it all. And you get it. You get it. You get it. I like when you get it and you take it back to your teammates and you the one yelling, if we don't do nothing stupid, we gonna be all right. Like, don't jump offside. Don't do this. I love it. I love it. When you get it, they get it. So it was a great day today, man. God, it was a great day today. Y'all balled y'all butt out today, man. Anything else, coaches? Anything? Y'all good? Trainers, equipment? Yes, sir.
You know, I want to say I appreciate it, Coach. You know, after my first season, I ain't known about no equipment. You put me in charge, so that was kind of like tough for me. But we made it, and we're here.
We worked together that season. Yeah, I got to know all y'all.
I appreciate you too for all this.
We worked together that year.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. That was one of my favorite years. Yes, it was. It was. But once y'all grew up, I had to cut the umbilical cords now.
You probably elders, because I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. I ain't never seen you before.
We hear everything.
I just wanted to say thank you for being learning from me. So every time you have a meeting, I still watch the replays on Instagram. I just want to thank you for teaching me how to be a leader.
Amen. I appreciate it. I recognize it next time.
Well, I just want to say thank you for everything because over this time I have learned a lot, not only to be dominant on the field, but for the first time, like, I got A's and B's, and that never happens. And
So we appreciate you, baby. We really do. I love to see y'all smiling faces, y'all. Well, is it, fellas?
Coach.
Yes.
I want to say thank you for shaping the culture, Coach, and for giving me a second chance after my situation. It means a lot.
Got you, baby. You know that. I saw your little thrust today too, by the way. Right I said, yeah, you ain't slanging too hard. Like he gonna get us a penalty because you did it right